Okay, so the latest royal news is that Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, Duke and Duchess of Sussex, they want to sort of branch out from Buckingham Palace and do their own thing, create their own brand. So apparently it's been getting a bit of resistance from the Queen and Prince Charles. So let's have a look at what's been going on.
Now, Harry and Meghan's plans to break away from Buckingham Palace have been royally shut down by the Queen.
The Duke and Duchess of Sussex have reportedly requested to live independently once their baby was born, but Her Majesty isn't having a bar of it.
At the beginning, it was all smiles, but it seems the royal honeymoon is well and truly over. The Queen has been forced to pull rank and pull Meghan into line. After making the bold call to move away from the Cambridges, royal sources say the Duke and Duchess of Sussex now want to go one step further and act independently from the palace. It was a flat-out no, a royal refusal from Prince Charles and the Queen. Apparently there is an institutional structure and that doesn't allow for that kind of freedom. Harry and Meghan are expected to stay under the jurisdiction of Buckingham Palace.
So I don't know. I'm getting very sceptical about all these everything that's coming out of England at the moment. I just think it's coming out of tabloids quite a bit. They call it royal sources and everything, but I don't know. What do you think? Comment below. I'm getting a bit jaded of all these conflicts and everything that Meghan's having. I tend to look at body language, and you see when Meghan's with the Queen, I think the Queen loves her. She's looking like she's very comfortable with Meghan, and they have. I've never seen the Queen laugh so much around Meghan. She seems to be quite happy. So I'm going to take this with a grain of salt.
The pair also have plans to branch out and build a global humanitarian Sussex brand of their own. However, that's likely to be blocked too. Insiders say Harry and Meghan have been reminded that they can't just go off and do their own thing. One must always serve Queen and country. Okay, so
this is quite clever from tabloids, because you think about it. If Meghan and Harry don't do these, humanitarian things, tabloids go, oh, there we go, the Queen's blocked them. They wanted to do it, but they got blocked. So, it's just like a win-win, isn't it? They just can make up all this garbage and get away with it, which is a bit sad.
For more, we're joined by royal commentator Richard Fitzwilliam. Richard, good to see you again. Now, we know they're moving to a separate house. That's fair enough when you have your own family.
Okay, so I don't know this guy, Richard Fitzwilliams. So anyone that's in England, just comment below. Is this guy a reliable source? Is he, an insider? Does he know what he's talking about? We should be ranking these reporters on what their credibility is like, so we can get to the truth of these matters.
But this is about moving their office, isn't it? About Buckingham Palace. The Queen says, look, you've got to. It's like a co-working space. You can't move out of here.
There's no question that this is dramatic, you're right, because at Kensington Palace they shared an office with William and Kate. It was funded by Prince Charles. Now their press office at Buckingham Palace will answer to Donald McCabe, the Queen's new communications officer. The Queen will share the cost with Prince Charles, and there's also a hint that the Royal Foundation, where they and William and Kate are, of course, involved in charitable activities, that they may well separate there in the future too.
All right, so I believe that bit. I believe that the Queen and Prince Charles are sharing the costs of living with the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. I think that's just normal protocol, but we'll see what else he's got to say.
Harry and Meghan wanted to have their own office and sort of start doing a lot of, their own charitable work and sort of have this sort of separate entity, the Sussexes. And the Queen stepped in, did she? Which is quite major.
Well, I think this goes back to 3 or 4 years ago when the attempt to put all the royal press officers under the single roof, which the Queen's former press secretary was involved in, was supposedly vetoed by Prince Charles. I mean, Harry and Meghan are a remarkable global royal brand, there's no doubt about it, and they're very independent people. But the thing is, what we've seen recently, Meghan briefing anonymous friends for People.com magazine, which I think was unwise. We also saw, however pressurized she's been with the Twitter trolls, which are obscene, and also with her family's behavior, which is disgraceful. But George Clooney, a friend of hers, intervening, comparing her, the way she's being hounded with Diana, which experienced commentators criticised. And also we've had Harry on WE Day read very much from a Meghan script and a spectacular baby shower, which he absolutely loves. But nonetheless, there's no doubt that perhaps it wasn't as royal as it could be, but they have undoubtedly had a bad press in some respects because...
Okay, so we'll stop there. I'll commentate on that. Well, I've seen the footage of George Clooney commentating on the treatment of Meghan Markle. So that's absolutely true. You know, I've seen it with my own eyes, and protocol of the baby shower, I think, yeah, there's probably some half-truths in that, but all right, let's keep going.
I don't believe there's a feud between the Duchesses. I think they've got a tremendous contribution to make.
Good. No feud, just reining them in a bit.
There we go.
Yeah.
Under control, in the palace.
Just remember who pays the bills.
Yeah.
You know? Don't you reckon?
Yes.
All right. Richard, thank you for that.
I don't think she liked that comment. Look, who's just keep in mind who's paying the bill. She's quite independent, so she covered her face there. I might move across so you can have a look. There we go. All right, probably should have left it on that side. But yeah, I've been using my digital SLR for a webcam, just trying it out and just trying to get the audio sync and everything. So hopefully we'll see if the audio sync's good or not, and yeah, we'll go from there. So keep watching. I'll be covering the royal household, any dramas that go on, all the good stuff. I'll be doing my commentary. I take everything with a grain of salt. As soon as Duke and Duchess get back into London, tabloids tend to just report garbage. I was very happy with the coverage we had in Australia. I thought that was spot on and very positive. And there's been a lot of people criticising me, saying that I just report garbage, but I'm only reporting what comes through news channels. I can't do anything about it. As I said to one guy, give us 20 grand, I'll go over there and interview him myself. I have to bribe the royal household to get access, but I can go interview Meghan and Harry if you like, if you give us enough money. But I can only report on what's coming through, and now that YouTube has sort of forced me to start doing more commentary, even though some people don't like it. They don't like this little window in the corner there and me commentating, but that's pretty much is going to be the new standard, because that's what YouTube demand. They demand commentary for any news footage. Even though I've pointed out to them that news footage doesn't need any fair use, because anyway, it's exempt from copyright usually, but YouTube's own rules, they demand some commentary, so I'll be doing some commentary on all the footage I'll put up from now on. Alright, so don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, and hit the like button, hit the bell button so you get notifications when my next video comes out, and I'll see you next time. Bye.